Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Thursday, and we are here live and for the love of dragons. My name is Araya Anra. Most of you guys know me as the Dragon Lady. So hello, hello. I am a psychic medium, energy healer, and life coach. And most of all, for you guys, a dragon guide. I do book clubs, workshops, written a book, and programs, all kinds of things, tools, ways to get you guys connected to your dragon and your higher self. And it is such a joy to be a part of. Answering some questions live this week. So excited. I'm going to just talk about some events that are coming up because give you guys a couple minutes here to get on. What I like to do and what is really exciting is some upcoming workshops. We've got 3 upcoming this May and June. So between Montreal, Canada, the Three Rivers area, between Montreal and Quebec, May 25th and 26th will be up there for that weekend. Then we've got June 22nd and 23rd will be in Sarre, France, and that's near Biarritz. Exciting thing about that one, we're going to have a Crystal Bowls concert Saturday evening on the property where we're going to be. It's going to be a little extra optional bonus that people can have for those that are at that workshop. It's going to be a really nice way to finish the day, integrate all the energies that we move through that day. And then we just finally have all the details in place for the Lyon, France workshop, which is going to be June 29th and 30th, starting that Friday night, the 28th, actually. And I'll be posting details about all that, but that one's going to have some exciting evenings too, because we're going to have some nightly meditations for both Friday and Saturday night as we go into our dream space. So adding that in as a little differentiation for that workshop, so something for everybody, and hope you can make those. Please email or message me if you need details. As well for the Tibet trip. Tibet is coming up, Sacred Tibet with the Dragons. I am beyond excited about this. It's going to be a small group of about 15 people, and we're going for 14 days from September 5th to the 18th from Jining, China through to Zanda, Tibet. And this is going to be powerhouse activations all along the way. Dragon experiences, dragon awakenings, a bigger planetary activation, all kinds of pieces for your own personal journey, but also a great gift for the planet. So excited to see those things aligning. And just announced April 17th, we have a dragon crystal grid meditation happening. There is a gentleman locally here that I've teamed up with. He does a monthly world peace meditation with the William Lee Rand crystal grids that are around the world. There's 5 major grids, and we are tuning with those with the dragon grids, with the dragons. I'm actually going to be calling in the Council of Mu, all 12 dragons from the larger council that I have not called in directly in this way since 2007, just before the book got written. So this is really exciting. Every time we've talked about it, and there's a live on it in the group, if you haven't seen it, scroll down and find it. There's an event page about it as well. Just look up Dragon Crystal Grid World Peace Meditation, April 17th. Or look through my pages, you'll see it under the events. But coming together each time that we've talked about it, Christopher, Emery McLean and I, Matthew, Christopher, Emery McLean, and I have just been off the charts energetically. It has been streaming just huge amounts, and we haven't even started. We're still like a month and a half out. So actually, that was when we started. Now we're just a few weeks out. So that's going to be a live opportunity here in Reno to come be a part of. But also, we're very strongly considering streaming it live. There's some software we need to get in place, so we're hoping that will happen to make it good sound quality and everything else, so that everybody following along live that wants to attune to that can be a part of that. Hi, Chris. Good to see you. So Chris knows locally here in Reno, Matthew's Powerhouse Meditations. Pretty excited about that coming up. So I had a question recently. This is what we're going into today, talking about color. Does color indicator mean anything when you're working with the dragons? When you pick up or perceive dragons of different colors, what does that indicator mean? Does it mean anything? So as you guys know, energy is just what it's really all about. Color is energy. Frequency is energy. Light is energy. Information is energy. And energy is all those things. So when we're working with multi-dimensional spaces, everything is coming in for frequency. Everything is coming into us on a wavelength of some kind. So you might perceive color, you might perceive sound and tones. You might perceive energy, sensitivity, touch. It's the way that information is translating to you. So you may perceive a specific color that someone else might hear as a tone. So in a way, yes, the colors mean something when working with the dragons, and of course, there are lots of ranges of that. So let's start with, say, the elemental dragons. The elementals typically are associated with that beautiful aquamarine blue with the water dragons, but water dragons can be any range between teal green, almost an emerald green, into deep lapis, cobalt, the darker blues, all the way through turquoises, aquamarines. You might have some purples thrown in there. A lot of dragons are also crossbreeds, so you might have other colors coming in even though they're predominantly water dragon energy. The air dragons are typically either orange or yellow or merges of those, and anywhere in between there in the different classes of color family in the orange and yellow range. Might look like flames or have red markings. Typically though, the red and the carnelian and the deeper oranges are going to be associated with the fire dragons, also some charcoals, some blacks pulling in that. And then the earth dragons can be any range of deep green, moss green, avocado green, any of the green ranges that have a more earthy brown feel than like the teal ranges that move into the water. Hello Inger, good to see you. They can also be any of the brown ranges or ochres or the mustard yellows, chalcedony, all of those ranges. I have come across quite a few earth dragons that are the more cave dweller dragons that tend to be in that yellowy rock colored, sort of like what I call chalcedony. So when you see or experience those range of colors, you have a general idea of what family it could be. But it's not exclusive. It doesn't mean that a red dragon is always going to be a fire dragon. You have to tune in and ask the energy what's presenting. And there can be a lot of shape-shifting in the dragons, right? So if you have a purple dragon come in, they might be the ones coming from the Pleiades, bringing in that real deep indigo, but they also might be coming from the rainbow realms. And so really it's not so much about identifying the color. The color will have significance as far as helping you remember it, recognizing that dragon when they show up, maybe recognizing their family lineage, but depicting what realm they're from, you're going to want to tune in more deeply to the energy of it. If it's a misty type of dragon, it might be, if it's like from the rainbow realms and it's reflecting off mist, you might get any color of the rainbow. The rainbow dragons are from those realms, obviously, but they can be any of those colors. So what if you're getting a turquoise blue dragon that you think is a water dragon, but it's actually a dragon emanating from the rainbow realms, and it's presenting that color because it has a specific message for you in that color. How would you tell the difference between those two? Hi Corinne, nice to see you. Well, the rainbow realm dragons you're going to tend to experience more in an etheric way. They tend to stay more misty. They don't get into solidified frequency ranges very often. So if you're feeling more misty, more etheric type of body movement like air or ether, probably more likely that dragon's color and field are associated with the rainbow realms. Whereas the water dragons, you're going to feel that water element moving through you. You're going to feel the fire element moving through you when you're working with the fire dragons. So pay attention to sensations in your body that give you extra information outside of just the color information. And then of course, blends and crossbreeds. If you had any that were two color ranges and they merge, they're going to meet in the middle with some color and have variations between that. So really it's always about tuning into the frequency as best you can and any other indicators. And I know it's hard, you know, if you're not a psychic or you're not energetically aware, maybe to pick up on those deeper nuances or subtleties. Wherever you're getting your information, ask for it to be translated in that way. So if you're getting thought blocks or you can pick up words, ask for words to be given. What kind of a dragon are you? What realm are you from? Do you have a name or a mantra that I can pronounce to call you in? If you're picking up more sensory information, all right, can you show me or make me feel the range of color that you operate in through my body? Can you give me some sensory to let me know where you're from? Or sound. can you give me a sound vibration that maybe the tone sounds like water moving, maybe it sounds like air swishing. You can get information in other ways. And I would say really the most important thing, reiterating this, is all of those pieces are just helpful to give you more information. The truest essence of the connection is through the heart with the energetic field, and receiving the gift that they're bringing, the information that they're trying to share with you. And if it's someone outside of you that's giving you the information, so maybe you're not really aware yourself, but you go to a healer and they say, well, you have this dragon around you, and it's maroon in color, it's got gold markings, and you're like, okay, what do I do with that? Sit with that and allow, and just know that when you're ready for the information, it will either come through another source similar to that, or you will start getting your own information. Crystal, I'm curious about a dragon that comes and I whistle. Air dragon sound. Yeah, tune in. To me, when you say that with this whistling, it does feel like an air dragon to me, but tune into that. Ask, say, all right, I feel this whistling coming. I feel the stream of consciousness coming. So let me just tune into that one, Crystal, because I'm feeling and hearing it. And the whistle, I'm assuming that you're the one whistling, but it's also a tone that's coming through that like you catch on and can amplify the frequency by whistling that. It does feel very much air dragon frequency, so I'm going to stick with that. You'll probably feel swooshing or things around with that as well. And as I said before, really, I'm just going to see here. Ingrid's asking, what about the copper dragon? Anything you could share about them? So the copper dragon, the gold, silver, and copper are obviously those metallic colors, and any of the higher frequency ones that are associated with metalloids, so like the Pleiadian dragons, they're all associated with a metalloid. So quite often in those realms, you might perceive something that looks or feels like aluminum, I want to say barite, not zinc. I always get stuck on titanium, but I want to say it's plutonium. So some of the higher metalloids, and what I perceive typically is like a pewter type color, where it's almost like a bluish tinted silvery gray type feel to it. The indicative of the metal is usually telling you what frequency range they operate in. So the Pleiadians operated in the highest frequency that's accessing us so far. The Sirians are the titanium, the mercury, that range. I think titanium, mercury, platinum are the Sirius A, B, and C. And then the copper, silver, and gold dragons, they present as those colors. And those can range from very etheric, because they are fifth dimensional, but they're not quite as solid as the elementals in feel, but you'll sense that metallic aspect coming in. Some people even taste. Some people have a very sensitive inner, what is it? It's not clairalience is the nose. Clairgustance is taste. So there are psychics and energy workers who have this gift of being able to pick up taste from other dimensional planes. So you might often feel that metallic taste, like some kind of metal or aluminum in your mouth when you're working with those higher frequency metallic dragons, and that will give you another indicator of which ones you're working with. For me, the gold, copper, and silver present not quite as dense as the elementals, but definitely in a range that's very solid gold looking. Very, very clearly solid gold or silver or copper. Very clear delineated color. I don't see them variate in that very much. Although they're family members, if they're merged with another from the water lineage, it might have blue markings or some kind of thing to delineate the family tree that has gone down. That's, you know, it's just like when we crossbreed or we have different appearance and structure or characteristics and traits that follow us through our genetic lineages. When we pair with another lineage, then we have a whole new byproduct, right? Which gives us all these range of colors. And the dragons are in so many different color ranges because they've been around so long, that there's all these beautiful crosses. Like the maroon, I haven't tuned into it directly. It's not something I come across very often. I've had a couple come in sort of burgundy, antiquated gold, burnished colors, and it just is really about that family's home realm and where they emanate from. So that would just be indicating their family line. nothing specific to work with, but that family's line as far as the dragons that are here to work with you to help you come forward. Guides might be those maroon colors, it might be from different things, and they're trying to show you a heritage, a lineage. Anyway, I hope that answered the original question. I've got to go back and see who actually asked it to make sure I tag them in this and have that response get to them. So if you have questions, please feel free to post them to me in the group or message me or email me. And of course, with any of the activities coming up, whether you're interested in dragon readings or workshops coming up or Sacred Tibet, the Dragon Crystal Grid meditation, we've got so many things available right now, and I am working on getting some meditations up on the website soon. And apologies, this is so interesting. I keep looking. It's so weird when you do a live because you can see yourself on screen the whole time, and every time I turn this way you can see this beautiful dark black and blue. I feel like my masculine side is here and letting me have a mustache experience. And here's my feminine side. I had a run-in with my son's head and the dog last week, and it actually was such a hard hit that I have a full, not a black eye, but a black lip, which I've never had before, and actually broke one of the brackets on my braces. It was hit so hard. So I find that really interesting to keep perceiving as I turn this way. Experiencing my masculine side with a mustache. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you next time I can get here. I am going to be on break next week, so I might do a live, I might not. Just watch for it on Thursday. And it is spring break here with my boys, so I promise them to try and really take some time off. But I will try to be there if I can. If it aligns, great. If not, I will see you the following week. Have a wonderful, wonderful one. Moving into spring, enjoying this. Lots of love to you guys. See you next time.